Hey, what's up, people? You stumbled upon the Jesus Taco channel, or maybe you watch it every day. Abby, she's heading out. She's taking our 2 foster girls to the learning center. We have 2 therapeutic foster girls. Take care of them, help them get out of the mindset that they were in, and man, have they changed. The little one, she was like 1 year old, and she was depressed, clinically depressed as a 1-year-old. We were like, nope, we're not gonna do any medication. We're just gonna like change her diet. We're gonna put her in a good environment, and we're gonna show her how she should be treated. So that's what we did, and now she laughs all the time. It did take like 5 months of her like being upset all the time, but we let her and her brain develop and change into a happy baby instead of trying to medicate, because medicating, it's pretty bad for your system. Most little kids can't handle the medications they get. So yeah, that's how we decided to do it. And then our 5-year-old, well, she's 5 now, she was 4. She started out and she had no words at all. She was basically locked inside of closets and like her whole life. Sometimes she would get out and she would be like running across the highway, and that's when the police found her, and they were like, wow, this girl can't communicate at all. She just points and holds your hand. So they took her out of that situation, and her little sister at that time. But now she knows a ton more words. She still is a little bit against language, like she doesn't really want to talk, but she was really eager to learn, and she will talk for us for sure. She loves repeating words that you say, like she is a copycat machine. Anyways, I gotta get to that Supreme drop. There's some Palace stuff that's coming out tomorrow. Some of the t-shirts are looking pretty cool, so I'll probably try and go after those. But yeah, so let's get to work and get to that Supreme drop. Okay, got everything loaded. The Supreme drop is about to happen. I'm just getting myself all prepared here. We've got like 30 seconds left. We're close. I'm about ready to hit the refresh button, and then I'll be trying to get some shorts into my cart. We'll see if it happens. Might just happen. You never know. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh. Looks like everything's there. Click on the shorts. Wow, large is the only size that's left. And now it's sold out. Okay, so I'm gonna go to view all. I'm gonna go to the shirt that I wanted, that camo pink, and I'll go ahead and put in my information, and we'll go like that. I accept, process, and the shirt is sold out. Wow, I really missed it this week. Pretty much everything is already gone. This thing is here. I guess I could resell this. What do you guys think about the Tivoli? I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything really to go after this week now. Well guys, looks like I'm losing out today. Everything's sold out super fast that I wanted, and I'm not really willing to go after anything else that's on here. So cool deal. Supreme drop fail today. All right, well, I'll show you what I was trying to go after. The thing that I wanted were these shorts here, and they're not even that great. Like, the only people who are gonna think they're cool are people who know about Supreme, but like, even like, what's all this paint area? What is that? That doesn't look good. The front is pretty cool though, not terrible. And then this is another thing that released this guy. Not really feeling it. I have my Martin Luther King sweater on now. Like, this is a cool sweater, whatnot, but the colors and the patterns on this thing, man, those are just way too crazy. And then, okay, so there's also this guy. I had a chance to grab it, but for $348, actually $358, because $10 shipping, I'm just like, nah, I'll skip it. And this is the other shirt I tried to go after, but I just wasn't fast enough. You know, it being my next thing that I went after. And there's still all these other pocket tees. Pretty much all of them still have their sizes left. I'm not gonna go after any of those. Kind of a cool color. Looks like actually all of these colorways are sold out now. But I don't like this buckle. I have a hat with this buckle on it. It digs into your head. It's not comfortable. I've actually already have like one like this, except for it's wool. Yeah, never getting a hat with that kind of a buckle again. I'm never gonna wear it. There's still some backpacks that are available, but mine has enough pockets for everything that I have. These Supreme backpacks seem to not have very many pockets. Still some glasses left. These crazy ones, they sold out the red pair just because the color is red and Supreme is red, you know, so. Hopefully next week I'll be fast enough to refresh before the time changes. I think I was being a little lethargic. I was like, oh, I'll wait. I'll make sure the first refresh that I do, the stuff actually shows up. And that's what happened. The stuff all showed up, but a bunch of sizes were already gone. Didn't even have a chance to go after the stuff that I was thinking about. So that's just how it is. Like, I don't use bots. The websites ask us to not use bots. And all these people are like getting celebrated because they used a bot and copped an item. Like, it's like, come on. Like, these websites are requesting us to not use bots. Let's be ethical. Let's honor their request and let's not use bots. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about getting cool pieces and giving everybody a fair chance. But so many people do what's right in their own mind, right? Like, that's a big thing that I teach, is that people do what's right in their own mind, and that's not how we're supposed to be living. We're not supposed to be living that way. We're supposed to be living with what's right in God's eyes. So that's how I live, and that's why I don't use bots, and sometimes I don't get items, but I've got a lot of items already. Like, I've got a lot of Supreme, I got a lot of Jordans, I got a lot of Adidas. Like, I got loads of hype stuff. So if you think that I'm like out here starving, like maybe this week, yeah, like I didn't get anything, but that's just because I only wanted like this super hype shorts that are really funny looking. Abby would have been like, why did you get those? Why are you wearing those? And yeah, so now I don't have to deal with that. All right, well, I'm gonna get to work. I still got a ton of studying to do with this curriculum that I'm gonna be doing with the kids. I'm in charge of the 1st through 6th graders. I'm gonna do a kids conference in the evenings in August, and we're having our first meeting this Sunday, so I gotta make sure I get this all learned up. I'll watch some information DVD stuff about science and how it applies to the Bible and how that all connects, and yeah, we'll get after it. So see ya. Oh man, it has been super wet and rainy all day. Got a bunch of studying done, just like studying creation and just like that whole curriculum time lab where we go back in time and we learn that Jesus has been around since the beginning of time. Before that, Spencer over here, we're just fixing the sprinkler system. We did a Christmas light show and we had a giant tree up and we had like stakes in the ground.
Oh dang, it's huge.
Anyways, we had a bunch of stakes in the ground and we pushed a stake into the sprinkler system line, but it's fixed now. We good. Now we're just cutting up roots apparently. Why are you even digging right there?
Because there's another hole.
There's another leak?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that one went into my boot.
Crazy. Alright, well, he's gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna go home. I got an item that came in the mail. Don't want it sitting out in the rain. And I'm gonna be coming back here with Spence and a couple of other guys. We're gonna have our men's group tonight here. So yeah, see you guys at home. Let's go. One last thing before we head to the spot. Who you guys got for the NBA Finals? Who you guys got? I'm going for the underdogs. You know, going for that greatness. That man who acts like Superman sometimes. Going for the Cavs. Hey, what up, fam? Yo, how's it going today? How you guys doing? Hey, you know what would really help me out if you guys could subscribe to this channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit that like button, that thumbs up. Give me some motivation to keep going, keep making you guys more and more content. And hey, you know, one other thing you could do? Share this content on your social media account. Let the world know that you can be like into hype clothing. You can be into fashion. Like, you can be even a fashion reseller. And, you know, you can be your own person. You can be a follower of Jesus. But anyways, we're gonna get into this Palace item. This is my very first Palace t-shirt. I know it's taken me forever to get some Palace. I've gotten a few items before. I got some stickers from them because I bought some items. You can look at my videos and see some of the stuff I've gotten, but this is my first t-shirt. So let's see. First off, we have our standard Palace return label, super wrinkly. The receipt. Come on, Palace, don't let me down. Did you give me a sticker? Oh well. That's okay. I'll give him a pass this time. I mean, I can't really control him. Bag is empty. Let's go ahead and look at the label on this before we just open it up. It's nice they put it in a Ziploc. You can just close that right up. It's kind of a cool touch. It's a fairly decent material. You can see on there, it's got the Palace Tri-Fur. Cool deal. Next up, we've got this little label. Has some information. If you're checking yours for legitimacy, there is one help. Cornflower blue right there. The Pronto Palace shirt. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna break right into this, open it up, and we'll look at it. Looks like they do put a piece of tissue paper in the middle there. Pretty big piece actually. and the moisture reducer. It's actually, this tissue paper has like black speckling in it and like silver speckling. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at people selling. Actually, it's almost like multicolors. Yeah, there's like some red in there, some greens, some blues. It's all over the place. But yeah, I did see some silver in there too, I thought. Maybe just some shiny, maybe it's just clear. It's not really silver. That is something to keep in mind. Okay, here's the shirt. Here's the front. It says Pronto Palace right there at the top left. And the tag up at the top, it is a tagless, so they printed on the tag. Pretty cool. They put the triangle on there. Their triangle. Kind of reinvented with the size on there. And then on the back, got a giant Pronto Palace just all the way across the back of the shirt. Very cool. Let's see if there's any tags here on the inside. And it looks like there is on the left side. There's that side. There's the back side. Pronto t-shirt, 100% cotton. There you go, made in Vietnam. So now what I'll do for you guys, I'll go ahead and throw it on and you can tell me what you think. Without further ado, here is the shirt. There's the front of it for you. You guys can see the little Pronto Palace right there. Pretty cool looking. And yeah, I think it fits really nice. I might actually fold up these sides. I just do one fold. That about does it for me, especially for the sleeves that are longer on some of these larges. I just like the look of that. It's kind of cool. And then the back, here's the back for you. Pronto Palace right there. Definitely some good vibes going on with this shirt. I like that look. Colors are great. Definitely a good summer shirt. Yeah, give you a little bit of a close-up here. See that logo. Cool deal. I'll be getting more items in this week, or at least one more thing I got coming hopefully tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get into the Bible. This is the Jesus Taco channel, so guess what? I talk about Jesus every day. I'm not trying to make fun of Jesus with my channel. I'm trying to show you can follow Jesus and be into hype. So I'm in 1 Corinthians today. I'm in chapter 2, and I want to read to you guys verses 13 all the way to verse 16. Remember that this is Paul writing a letter to the people of Corinth. So we're basically reading someone else's mail. So we have to really see it as that when we read it, that Paul is writing to people in Corinth who are having issues and who are having situations where they need guidance. And Paul is a messenger from God, really is strengthened by God, and he speaks for God to the people basically on how to live and how Jesus taught us to live when like other people are popping up and saying, no, we should do this too. We should have this too. Here, listen to my book as well. And you know what? That still happens today. People are still adding stuff to the Bible. They're like writing new Bibles and adding in their own words to help push their religion that they want to start. And we have to remember to stay away from those types of people and to stay away from those religions because they are totally false and they don't line up with the actual scriptures, which is the most intellectual book in the history of mankind. Anyways, verse 13 through 16. When we tell you these things, we do not use words that come from human wisdom. Instead, we speak words given to us by the Spirit, using the Spirit's words to explain spiritual truths. But people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from God's Spirit. It all sounds foolish to them and they can't understand it, for only those who are spiritual can understand what the Spirit means. Those who are spiritual can evaluate all things, but they themselves cannot be evaluated by others. For who can know the Lord's thoughts? Who knows enough to teach him? But we understand these things, for we have the mind of Christ. So this verse is really trying to tell us if there's people that want nothing to do with the spiritual world, if they just have reasoned away that there's no spiritual world out there, they've reasoned away humanity, that there's no real reason for living, that we all just live, we do what we want, then we die. Some people have a good moral code, some people don't have a good moral code. That it really is the type of person or a group of people that we can't really reach, and we can only pray for them, and we can show by an example of our life how a Christian should act, how this way of following Jesus benefits you. And we can pray that God will give them even like spiritual dreams to really awaken them to the reality that this spiritual world is real. And so if you're contemplating whether the spiritual world is real or not, I would say that the more you try and reason away these things, the more you're going to get further and further away from them actually being real or have any truth at all. You really have to have faith in God, have faith in Jesus, that what he says is true, because Jesus is an historic fact that he really did live, that he really did die, and that he really did rise from the dead. It's been historically proven that these things happened. Our whole calendar is based around the life of Jesus. And we, with our human condition, the first sin was choosing right and wrong for ourselves and not going for what God has for right and wrong. And what Jesus is trying to teach us is come back to the way of God. Come back to listening to the way that God says is right and wrong, and just push away our feelings of what's right and wrong in our own eyes. That's why we have to just get rid of ourselves every single day, our selfishness and our own feelings of right and wrong, and fall in line with what God has for us, because it's really going to help us prosper, and it's going to help us reach this world and do big things that God wants us to accomplish. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for chilling with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm definitely going to have a raffle coming up here soon, so stay tuned for that. A couple days from now, I'll definitely get it started. Maybe tomorrow, maybe it's going to be soon. Don't worry, it's coming. If I haven't told you guys this recently, I love you all. I love everybody on this whole planet. I don't hold bad feelings towards anybody. And feel free in the comments, just comment it up. Ask me whatever kind of questions about hype items. Maybe I can answer them. Ask me questions about God, about Jesus. I'll do my very best to answer. And I've got a bunch of other pastors, a bunch of other leaders who speak into my life and help me answer some of these tough questions that people have about the Bible, about God, about any of that stuff. I'm going to end this vlog now. This is me, Jesus Taco, Stephen Long. Another day. Peace out, my people.